to get into the field of pedo, you got to apply, and that means you got to get an application together, and most specifically the ADIA Pass application. So share with us a little bit about that process, because quite honestly, for specialties like pedo, that process really starts much sooner than people can even imagine. And we'll talk a little bit about why. But so tell us a little bit about how you prepared your application.
Yes. So it was a very long process. I started in the spring of my D3 year, and I started asking teachers and faculty members for letters of recommendation. It's really important to start early with the letters of recommendation, just because, faculty are busy, they have lives outside of school as well. And so it's really important that you ask for those letters early on. So then after you submit your application, you're not just sitting around waiting for the letters to come in. So I definitely think that's the most important thing, is to ask for the letters early on, and then start making a CV and thinking about personal statement as soon as you possibly can. I tweaked my CV and personal statement so many times, and it's definitely a process, to get your CV together. You're at this point in your D3 year of dental school or wherever you are, and you forget about everything else you've done along the way. So if you could, write everything in an Excel sheet and kind of keep track of it to, know what to put in your CV, that always helps as well. That's kind of what I did. After I would volunteer somewhere, I would write it down in an Excel spreadsheet. So then when I came time to start making my CV, I had, everything organized that I had done. So that process started pretty early. And then the ADIA Pass application opened up in May. And so at that point, I started, looking at things online and what people had done in the past. And that's when I found Dr. Darwin, and I started watching some of his videos.
Hey.
And so I started watching some of his videos about students, who had successfully matched in pedo, the process they had taken to get there. And so that's when I reached out to him, and then he was able to help me so much in the application process. But I started working on my application the day it opened up, just filling in all of that information about yourself, your address, your school information, all of that. Yeah. And then after I started inputting information into it, like all of the service that you've done, the shadowing, leadership and everything, that's when you really have to, make sure you have all your information together, because it's the same application basically that you submitted for dental school, and you have to have all the information there of, for every service activity you did, who the supervisor was, their name, their title, their phone number, email. So getting all of that information in there as well in the application definitely was a little challenging, but you get through it. And that was the great part about talking to Dr. Darwin then about my application was, further refining my personal statement and figuring out what I needed to include in my personal statement, what was important and what wasn't, and kind of length for a personal statement, because with ADIA Pass, there's no length that your personal statement has to be, or you're not limited to so many characters. So, making sure that you have a personal statement that's concise, but not redundant, and not anything that's like super duper long, because obviously the admissions people at the programs don't want to read a five-page personal statement. So
yeah. And you got to keep in mind, the admissions committee is looking at hundreds of applications that have personal statements. So concise and the most salient points are wanted and needed, so that the review can go seamlessly without, feeling like the admissions team is looking at an application or looking at a personal statement. It's like, oh, here you go. Same thing. Here we go again. It's the same one. Oh boy. So you got to keep that in mind. And you're right. We started early. We started working together in July, right? I think it was July. June. So that's important to keep in mind. Also, keep in mind that you really started much earlier than even June. You even started earlier than your senior, D4 year, D3 year. At some point early, like in your first and second year, you kind of had an idea, I'm sure, that pedo was the way, right? Pedo was the way. And you did a couple other things that I know about related to getting a pedo internship / I think it was Pedo Honors. It's called Pedo Honors at your school.
Yeah.
Being selected, applying for that Pedo Honors, where you have one-on-one experience and connection with the pedo department at your school, and with the current Pedo residents, the current program directors. All of that is content that's part of the preparation for your application too. So just want to let people know and remind them that it starts probably much sooner than D3 year. And it's not just about it's not just about the application, writing the application, putting the CV, personal statement together, but it's also, what are those things that you're participating in? Student government, student organizations, special honors courses, or experiences like pedo or ortho or surgery. What are those things that you're going to be looking to add into your application when it comes time to open up a DIA pass and start dropping things in? So that's all part of your application preparation as well. So I just wanted to note that, because that was something that we highlighted. I remember we highlighted in your both your personal statement and your CV, the fact that you were selected out of a application pool of, I don't know, it was like 30 or 40 people that applied for pedo, and you were one of 5 or 6 people that got selected. So that was something key to highlight moving forward.
Hey, this is Dr. Darwin, your new dentist coach. Hey, look, it's residency time. It's residency application time. And the biggest question that a lot of people have is, how do I prepare my application? So look, if you're struggling in getting your information together, your CV, your personal statement, or you're ready but not prepared for your interviews, reach out to me ASAP, right? Through my group, Dental Residency Headquarters, we can help you. We can help you get ready for this residency cycle so that you're able to do this. We want you to match into residency cycle this year, all right? But you got some work to do. If you need some help with that application, shoot me an email at newdentistcoach@gmail.com, newdentistcoach@gmail.com. And through our program called Get Into Dental Residency, we can help you. But you got to hurry up, because residency application is right now. So shoot me an email right now. All right, let's get back to this episode.